Hello everyone, this is Blaze, and today we are back in the start of our village right here. Our little mountain village that will slowly progress into that kingdom that we hopefully will get done. Yeah, and not just kind of blow it off like I have done in the past. But now I'm actually feeling really motivated on this project. I'm really liking it so far. And I think that with enough dedication, then it can definitely come out and turn out to be an excellent build, and we can actually maybe even complete it, or to get it to a state of completion, and not just have it left unfinished. And let's just real quickly go right into here and sleep away this night, because I don't really like filming at night, because then I got all these creepers and skeletons and zombies to worry about, and I don't really want that. So yeah. Alright, so I don't really want to drag this out too much, because I've been looking at the average length of my clips, and that's about maybe 11 to 10 minutes long, and that's just for like intros and all that stuff. But yeah, so let's try and speed this up a little bit. So my plan for this episode is to get probably at least 2 houses done, maybe 3. And then go on to do another project, hopefully. But if it turns out to be as long as the last episode, which ended up being just under 40 minutes long, I'm sorry about that. I edited out the most repetitive and just like useless commentary that I could. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I just kind of wanted to upload it at that point. So I just kind of hit render in Sony Vegas and let it render and upload overnight. And so yeah, that's how that came to be. So right now what we are doing, this farmer's kind of more of like a cottage type of build. This is placed here because obviously this is his farm right over here, his nice looking barn that I still need to fix the light levels for. Why did I forget to do this? So there we go for that, and there we go for that. And all cleared up. That's nice. Except for these two, apparently. I don't like these two. These two are being annoying, and they're bad blocks. But anyways, over here, we're going to try and keep a more consistent style with this, while still making each building look unique. That's, I think, would make sure that all these buildings don't kind of look just like copy-pasted and no two look alike, but they all look similar in style, and that will contribute to the atmosphere, I believe, and that's going to hopefully improve the quality of this build. Like that build over there, we're going to be using a mostly spruce and oak palette, and going to do 1 layer of spruce on the bottom, and then we're going to just have the rest of the walls be oak, and probably do a dark oak roof as well. Maybe I'll make that like a 2-high window and make it a little bit of a taller looking house. But yeah, so again, you're not going to get too much of a good build. Maybe like right over here, that might be make a good window right there. I feel like maybe kind of feeling like oak wood, exposed oak right there. I think that might look nice, just to kind of split it in half, or if that even is a half. Made sure to, I was extra cautious to make sure that this is an odd number of blocks, and it's not. Is this an odd number of blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is this at least an odd number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, apparently I don't know how to do math because I completely miscalculated that. Well, that's a little bit embarrassing, but you know, I think I can kind of make it work. Yeah, I can make this work. So we're going to have an even number for our building here, and what I'm thinking is maybe if we put that right there, keep that strut kind of consistent with that right there. And I'm actually liking that a lot so far, so that's good. And right over here, we're just going to have a normal wall. Does that look okay? Alright, I can see it. And back here, I think what we're going to do is we're going to have one of those windows like we have up there. Yeah, I think that'll look good. So if we just go in here, grab some of that, I do believe that should be enough. But yeah, this clip has probably gone farther than I wanted to again, but really, I'm just having fun talking to you guys and just, yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, and what I'm thinking right for this one is, yeah, I won't reveal that. I'll reveal it if I actually implement it, and when I show it off, I'll tell you. So yeah, I think what the next step is to cut it here, and I'll make some progress, and I'll give you a little update. So yeah, I will see you in the next clip. Guys, the worst part of living in building in a large biomes world is the lack of variety that I'm kind of limited to, because the biomes are so huge. I'm kind of on a shortage of sand, and that means I can't use too much glass in my designs. So yeah, that glass right there is kind of limited. But anyways, here we are. We have this build done over here. This is, and I've also done a little bit of texturing on the outside, just like this wheelbarrow right here is probably used to haul this coarse dirt over to the farm where we can use it to get like fresh soil, I guess. We got some wheat here just stored in bulk. And right here we have the farmer's house. It's a little bit of a bigger house because people do need things to eat. And the farmer's probably a little bit more one of the more popular merchants, seeing as there's not going to be too much competition for like fruits and vegetables and bread and all that. But right over here, if we go inside, we have a nice little interior design, which is something that I do want to kind of keep up with this series, just kind of not just solely focusing on the outsides, but I want to make every house look complete, and that includes the insides, like the interiors as well. So we got this nice still oaks and spruce outside exterior, and I couldn't really find too much of a way to hide that strip of oak, and I didn't want to do what I did over there, which is just kind of go with the whole dark oak. So what I did was I just kind of embraced it a little bit more, and instead of making it in like having that ugly corner right there, which I'm not too keen on, instead I just made like a little line up there, a little dash. But when we go inside, we have a nice pressure plate, so we don't have to worry about closing it. We got this nice little dining area. He kind of lives alone, so I mean, it's a little bit sad, but hey, he's his own man. He's a hard-working man. He doesn't have time for a family, and I guess that's a little bit sad. But his choice. He's happy. He's content. So I guess I'm happy and content. Right up here, we got, this is what I was thinking of showing off to begin with, or thinking of revealing. If we go up here, we got like a nice little loft, and I really like this design choice, because since he doesn't have the most square footage inside, he's got to make the most of what he has. So he has two levels. I'm liking this loft. It's kind of reminiscent of a barn, but yeah, we got that nice little open breeze right there for those hot days on the mountain. Probably more cold days, to be honest, especially seeing as there's snow over there. But that's not really the point. We got like a nice closet over here. We don't have anything for those chests. Nice little red bed over here for me to sleep in if I'm ever over here and it's night and don't want to go all the way over there, or even go over to that barn over there. So yeah, plenty of space for me to sleep if I'm ever over here. Got a nice little rug, just to keep things warm and homely. And yeah, we got the furnaces over here. Try to make it look, yeah, I'm not sure about this whole bar right here. It might work, it might not. Again, feedback for this series, always well appreciated. So yeah, well, all right. So we got this whole pathway worked out, and I think we will have to pick one more house to do this episode, and depending on how much time I have left, I will see about cramming in another project, or at least the start of one. So yeah, I will see you in the next clip. Alrighty then, guys. So right now it's been a few days, and I am currently using a new kind of recording setup-ish. I moved my mic from one end of the table to the other, and hopefully it's a little bit more propped up and next to my voice, so that should be sounding much clearer and hopefully much louder. But yes, so I have been doing some building, and I've just been kind of building away, and that's why you see that structure over there. That's actually just a tree farm to fuel all my building needs. So right here we have a new building. I said that I was going to work on 2 houses today, and I am planning on finishing those 2 houses. And what we're going to do is we are going to have a staircase probably right here-ish. This is about where our second floor height will be. This is going to be, I'm trying to make each of these houses look unique to some degree, as I said in the last episode. So right here, this is going to be the animal breeders. So right here is where we're going to have a nice stone pen, which is going to be, it's going to add some contrast into this build, because right now it's kind of just all this wooden, some stone here and there in the path, but mostly wooden, brown, a little bit of yellow in there with the oak wood, but that's about it. I really like that pattern, but again, contrast, that's really key in builds. Contrasts, accents, those are two key factors that you can't really avoid in building if you want to make something look good. Just trying to add a little bit of detail here and there. I got some fences going around, so there was possibly a fence that went around the path, but over time has just worn down and no one has had money to really repair it, or maybe people have just been taking all the money that I could use that. excuse me, could I have that back? This is probably a bad idea, but I'm not known for having good ideas. There we go. Ah, I got 2 ender pearls out of that. 3 ender pearls. Damn, that looting. Looting 3. Who would have thought? So, what I'm planning on doing with this, I was thinking maybe trying out a slanted roof. Like a little slant going half slab wise that way. I was thinking about it. I'm not sure if it'll fit in well with the rest of the buildings, but maybe that'll be a good thing. Maybe it'll provide some contrast to this, and maybe it'll because that's what I heard. I watched a Jancy stream a little while ago, a few days ago, and he said that you can't really get too repetitive with these types of village builds and big city builds. Don't make it look all too much of the same. I think what we're doing is we're making a theme, but we're not just copy pasting our buildings. That's what I hope to avoid in this series. So, I will work on finishing this building right now. Alrighty then guys, so here we are. We did go for that slanted roof design. I think it looks alright. It certainly sets it apart from the other builds. The interior, we have like this little staircase right here. This is like the counter. Got a crafting table, some storage. Kind of wanted to do this pen on camera just because of the style that I'm kind of going to be going for. The whole pen is probably going to be about this size right here. And what we're going to want to try and do is kind of make it look all rough around the edges, kind of like that fence right over there. The main thing is we need everywhere to be at least a block and a half high. That way no one is going to be able to jump out and go escape and escape their inevitable doom, or wool slavery, I guess. Oh boy. Here we are. And there we go. That's like a pretty good rough shape, I'd say. What we're going to do now is we're going to probably start adding in some replacing some of these with andesite. What I kind of want to do is I kind of want to make it so it looked like this was kind of just built a really long time ago, just kind of pushing stones against his house in order to trap some animals in here and keep them in here as livestock so that he can make money off of them, basically. Okay, yeah, that's way too symmetrical right there. We can't have symmetry. That's just crazy talk. Symmetry does not exist in this world. Okay, there we go. So this is kind of the whole process of randomization, picking a bunch of similar textures and seeing how much to put where and when. Maybe we can have like a little pond in here, maybe a trough. Maybe I'll wait for 1.13 to build a trough because there's a whole lot of tricks that I can think of that have to do with like stairs and water and all that. Hooray for wide bridges. So guys, I do believe that is going to do it for this episode of Minecraft. So, that's going to conclude this episode of the single player. I hope you all enjoyed it. And we got quite a bit done. Let's recap. So, right here, we have the first house that we built to very fine quality oak. That's nice. That's free prime real estate. I can just smell it. So yeah, we got this nice oak trim right here, with the insides being spruce and oak as normal, really. We got this nice loft in here. I really like this. I really enjoy the loft. I think it's a really fun concept, kind of. And if we go back down here, we got this nice little kitchen area. And over here, this right here, we got this nice little animal breeder. Just some nice, happy animals in there that may or may not be killed by zombies. But that's not the point. So, nice double-story house right here. I got a nice counter right here. We all saw this. And in here, we got our 2 sheeps and 2 cows. Yep. And we got then a nice little pool. So, and upstairs, I have not done the interiors for, but that's probably just going to be done off camera. It's probably going to be like a simple bed, rug, chests, maybe a crafting table, you know, the usual bedroom stuff. And I think that these houses really did turn out the way that I wanted them to. I think we ended up with a decent looking design. I was commenting earlier how this would be a nice view of the whole entire village so far. I'm going to stick to that argument. Yeah, it is a pretty nice view of the whole entire village. If I turn my... Can I get like a wide angle? Yeah, I got just about everything that I've done in this world so far in this one screen. It's kind of stretching it, and it doesn't include that little witch's hut that I built as around my first like starter cave in the first episode. But it does cover quite a bit, and it's quite impressive to see just how far I've basically thought I'd come, and really I have quite a bit to go, and it's very humbling, I guess. Yeah, I built this. This is my creation. And I'm so happy to have been able to document it with all of you guys. It really does mean a lot to me. And this is only the 4th episode, but I can tell that it's going to evolve into quite the series like none other on my channel before. So real quick before I get a headache, I'm just gonna... And definitely if I take on like a different survival series, I'll definitely have to try and keep up with this, because I'm actually really liking where this is coming out, and I have future plans that I want to execute, and just at least I want to finish this village, to say the very least. I'm not going to lie to myself, because I have gotten distracted in the past, and it has driven me away from doing series, and it's driven me to cut them short. I will admit that I have been bad with that, but I'm trying to up my consistency and stick with the series for a longer period of time, and I think that I'm accomplishing that so far. So, if you like this episode, please, I really would appreciate you hitting that like button. And if you're new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe if you like my building, and leave any tips for me in the comments below, or what you think I can do better. Yeah, just normal commenting guru, yes. So, yeah, so I will see you in the next one. Bye!